Every day, across the world, countless animals lose their lives on roads due to vehicle collisions. These moments often go unnoticed by most of us, dismissed as unfortunate accidents or simply a part of life. Yet, behind each collision lies a story of pain, suffering, and an urgent call for action. This isn't just about animals. It's about us, our habits, our infrastructure, and our responsibility to coexist with the natural world. Today, we're going to talk about this silent tragedy, its causes, its impact, and what we can do to prevent it. Because while the loss of these innocent lives might seem inevitable, it doesn't have to be. To understand the magnitude of this issue, let's look at some staggering numbers. In the United States alone, over 1 million animals are killed on roads every day. That's nearly 365 million lives lost each year. Deer, raccoons, opossums, squirrels, birds, and even endangered species. These collisions don't just affect wildlife. Livestock, pets, and even humans suffer from these accidents. Approximately 200 people die annually in the US due to animal-vehicle collisions, and thousands more are injured. This isn't just a rural issue. Urban areas, with expanding highways and shrinking green spaces, are seeing an increase in these incidents. Animals are forced to navigate roads as they search for food, shelter, or migration routes, often with fatal consequences. Think for a moment about the suffering these animals endure. A bird struck by a windshield may flutter helplessly before succumbing to its injuries. A deer hit by a truck might crawl into the woods to die slowly and painfully. These aren't just accidents. They are moments of immense agony for living beings who feel fear and pain just as we do. And let's not forget the emotional impact on drivers. Hitting an animal, even unintentionally, can leave someone with lasting guilt and trauma. No one wants to be responsible for taking a life, especially in such a violent way. The root causes of this issue are complex. Urbanization is a major factor. As cities expand, they encroach on natural habitats, forcing animals to cross roads to find resources. High-speed roads, often built with little regard for wildlife, create deadly barriers. Animals don't understand the danger of cars or trucks traveling at 70 miles per hour. Bright headlights can confuse them, and slick roads offer no escape. Another factor is our own behavior. Distracted driving, speeding, and a lack of awareness contribute significantly to animal deaths. For instance, how many of us slow down when we see a deer crossing sign? The loss of wildlife on roads isn't just an animal rights issue, it's an environmental one. Every species plays a role in its ecosystem. When populations decline due to road fatalities, it can disrupt food chains and biodiversity. For example, fewer pollinators like bees and butterflies can lead to reduced plant reproduction. The loss of predators, like foxes or owls, can cause prey populations to explode, leading to imbalances that affect agriculture and even human health. The good news is that this problem isn't unsolvable. Across the globe, innovative solutions are being implemented to reduce animal-vehicle collisions. Wildlife crossings, such as bridges and tunnels designed specifically for animals, have proven highly effective. In Canada's Banff National Park, these crossings have reduced animal deaths by over 80%. Improved road signage, better lighting, and lower speed limits in high-risk areas can also make a difference. Driver education is crucial too. Simple actions, like being more vigilant at night or during migration seasons, can save countless lives. Technology offers hope as well. Infrared sensors and animal detection systems can warn drivers of wildlife near the road. Autonomous vehicles, with their advanced detection systems, may significantly reduce these incidents in the future. Ultimately, preventing these tragedies starts with us. As individuals, we can advocate for better infrastructure and policies. We can support organizations working to protect wildlife and raise awareness about this issue. On a personal level, we can drive more responsibly, especially in areas known for wildlife activity. Slowing down, staying alert, and even something as simple as honking your horn when you see an animal near the road can make a difference.
To understand why animals are so vulnerable on our roads, we must consider the history of human development. Roads have always been symbols of progress, connecting towns, facilitating trade, and fostering economic growth. But this progress has come at a cost. Before modern infrastructure, animals had free rein over their habitats. Forests, plains, and wetlands were uninterrupted spaces where ecosystems thrived. With industrialization,
However, came highways and railroads, slicing through these ecosystems like a knife. Think about the migratory paths of animals like deer, elk, and even butterflies. These routes have existed for centuries, but roads now cut across them, creating confusion and danger. Animals don't recognize human boundaries, they follow instincts honed over millennia. Urbanization is another key factor. As cities expand, green spaces shrink. Animals are forced to adapt, often navigating human-made environments to survive. This is particularly evident in suburban areas, where roads intersect with habitats at alarming rates. For example, think about deer. As forests are cleared for housing developments, these animals find themselves in neighborhoods, crossing streets and highways in search of food. Birds, too, face dangers from both vehicles and the loss of nesting areas. This urban sprawl isn't just a problem for wildlife, it's a problem for us. When natural ecosystems are disrupted, humans face consequences like flooding, soil erosion, and even increased disease transmission. Beyond the environmental impact lies a profound ethical question. What responsibility do we, as humans, have toward other living beings? Animals do not understand the concept of roads or vehicles. They cannot advocate for themselves, nor can they adapt to the rapid pace of human development. As the dominant species on this planet, we have a moral obligation to protect those who cannot protect themselves. This isn't about placing animal lives above human lives, it's about recognizing that their well-being is intertwined with ours. When we ignore these tragedies, we lose a piece of our own humanity. Compassion and stewardship are hallmarks of a just society. Addressing this issue isn't just an environmental necessity, it's a moral imperative. Fortunately, many countries are taking steps to address these issues. Wildlife crossings are one of the most effective solutions. These can take the form of overpasses covered in vegetation or underground tunnels that allow animals to safely navigate busy roads. For example, in the Netherlands, aqueducts span major highways, helping deer, boars, and even badgers cross safely. These structures aren't just effective, they're inspiring. They remind us that human ingenuity can coexist with nature. In India, underpasses beneath railway tracks have been designed specifically for elephants, reducing fatal collisions significantly. Similarly, Australia has implemented rope bridges and glider poles to help treat dwelling marsupials like possums and koalas navigate safely. In Sweden, wildlife detection systems use infrared cameras to warn drivers of animals on or near the road. Autonomous vehicles, with their advanced sensors, could further reduce collisions in the future. These solutions work, but they require investment, planning, and public support. It's up to us to demand these changes from policymakers and urban planners. This issue ties into a larger conversation about how we coexist with the natural world. It's not just about roads, it's about the choices we make every day. From reducing our carbon footprint to supporting sustainable development, everything we do affects the planet and its inhabitants. By prioritizing the well-being of animals, we are also creating a better world. Roads are just one piece of the puzzle. By addressing this issue, we are also contributing to broader efforts to combat climate change, protect biodiversity, and ensure a sustainable future. Imagine a world where animals no longer have to risk their lives to cross a road. A world where urban planning considers the needs of all species, not just humans. This isn't a distant dream, it's a tangible goal. Every step we take, no matter how small, brings us closer to this vision. It starts with awareness, grows with action, and succeeds through collective effort. The tragedy of animals dying on our roads is a stark reminder of the challenges of coexistence. But it's also a chance to rise to the occasion. Each of us has a role to play, whether as drivers, advocates, or simply compassionate individuals.